there?
I think we there.
Oh, we there, man. It's giving us the countdown. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, I'm in the third of hopefully a long series of having conversations with gentlemen that are making a difference. Today, we just finished an hour power pack on Instagram and Facebook Live.
Right,
Cedric?
right. Facebook Live.
So please, we're going to post it where it went on Facebook Live here and Instagram, but I am with my man, Cedric Crawford. He's one of those profiles in excellence that's here where we live. I mean, he's motivational, he's inspirational, but as one of our friends said, overall good egg. So, Cedric, what's happening, baby?
Brother, I'm living between the sky and the earth, but not touching the dirt.
I know that's right. See, now look, unfortunately, we only got 10 minutes. This is the king of the acronym, okay? This man is good. So, Cedric, tell the people about yourself, where you come from, just a little bit, some home cooking about who you are, man.
Well, I gotta say this, my friends. My biggest challenge is you're right. We don't have enough time, and when I'm given the opportunity to say a little bit about me, I always feel remiss because it's like, man, I'd much rather invest that time into you and give you some value. Because 10 minutes is not a long time. So,
right.
But just a quick little snapshot of me. I'm a guy that was born and raised in the United States of Texas. And, born in the housing projects. I got a similar story to a whole lot of people probably just watching viewing this right now. Some struggles, some challenges, but I was able to take what I like to say my or in life, which I think is one of the most powerful words in the English language, which doubles as one of the shortest words in the English language as well, which is the OR, which means that or, it's like we can choose to do this or that. And in my life, I was surrounded by crazy stuff, but I chose to do the or other side of that, said, hey, you know what, I'm going to do something different. I want to, I like the frosted side of my mini wheats. I have some goals, some dreams,
right.
Some things that I want to do out there. And then traversing the minefield of life and finding some mentors along the way and really becoming that which I wanted to be, and understanding that making my plan, following my plan, and working my plan, but the most important part of the plan was the part that was not planned.
Oh, that's good right there. Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell you? Dude, this is nothing scripted here. Okay. Get a couple of your books off your bookshelf. Oh, I happen to be in Cedric's library right now because we just did the show. This is a profile in excellence. This is an author. This is a father. Again, overall good guy, married man. I mean, he's written two books. He's got the third one he said is going to be fire that we're looking forward for. Yeah. So tell the people about the books, what's in them, and how they can get them, Cedric. Because you are one of those profiles in excellence.
Well, this book, matter of fact, I didn't stand. When I say follow your plan, work your plan, stick with your plan, but expect for things not to go quite as planned. This is so textbook, no pun intended, textbook in that I didn't plan to do or become an author and write books. I just started with Facebook on that March 24th of 2009, where I said yes to that space, and I wanted to contribute good positivity there in order to be able to inspire, motivate, and encourage and educate other people. And by doing that, I do a post of the day every day.
Right.
And for purposes of people to be able to see something and be able to see some value that would help them through that actual day. And people, after building that, and I wasn't a writer, not even any stretch of the imagination. So for those of you who say you're not a writer, get that out of the way, because I wasn't either. But the more you do anything, the better you get at it.
Right.
And so I was challenged to be able to try to say what I was going to say I think our limitation back then was 309 letters and spaces on Facebook. Now you can do it unlimited. But back then you had to really reduce it down. So I've had to become really, really powerful in saying stuff in the shortest way. And so people started saying, hey, when's the book coming out? This is great stuff. And I'd be like, what book? Or they'd be like, oh, you're actually creating a book for this, right? And I'm like, mm-hmm. And so then I get the private messages from people who would say, hey, you don't know me, but I started following you because of the advice of one of my friends a few months ago when I was suffering from depression. And you've really been instrumental in helping me to get out of that. And so I said, ooh. And from that, I said, okay, I need to really, these people don't exist in a vacuum.
Isn't that what life is about? Adding value to people?
That's true.
Isn't that why we are here? That God has placed us here to add value to others? Yes, we talked about on Facebook Live making an income. How did you say it?
But making an impact.
Making an impact outside of making an income.
Yeah, not just a check, but a change.
Come on now. One more now. Throw one more. There you go, baby. See, I'm telling you, this cat is something else. Again, we will post our video Facebook Live. You got to see the thing we just did about 25 minutes ago.
Yeah.
We had an hour and we only got 10 minutes on this forum.
Yeah.
But, Cedric, we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
I'm in 51 now, I had 52, you 48, 49. And, we want to make a change, an impact. What would you tell your 18-year-old self right now?
Oh, my goodness. Keep going. I mean, I'm going to use those two words. Is that 18-year-old, keep going. Be open to the whatever.
The whatever.
Yeah. And I heard Arlena Waller say that one day. You know Arlena.
Oh, Arlena.
She
She-Power. She's putting it down.
Yeah, I remember she came. She was sitting right here in Make It Great Studios across from me. She had just came back to Bakersfield from Texas. And she had met me in a roundabout way, just based on one of my posts on some website that somebody was using it on. And we connected, and next thing you know, she's in my office and telling me about, hey, where do I go with this? And what is? I was like, hey, and she just knew she wanted to be of service.
Right.
She didn't know about She-Power at that time. It hadn't been birthed. And she said, Cedric, I'm just open to the whatever. And I said, oh, that's good.
Open to the whatever.
Yeah.
So that's not something we would tell our 18-year-old self. We could tell our 65-year-old self that.
Yes, absolutely.
Our 52-year-old self that.
Yes.
Always be open to
the whatever.
To whatever.
So you can pivot to whatever the next thing is supposed to be. Because, again, I mean, when you're on the right path, the size of your steps don't matter. It's just keep moving, though. Because what will happen is people will start to appear on your path, and they'll be for you. They'll be a champion of your cause, or they can actually pivot and point you in the place that you need to be in order for you to accomplish that which you want to see. And so, but you have to be moving forward on that path. And there's this thing I call the G6 series, which is there's 6 steps in the goal setting series of being able to accomplish that goal. And there's some pivotal ones that were first of all, you start with what it is that you want. As you define it. Then you got to create a plan. Then you got to write it down. Then you got to post it. Then you got to speak it. And then the 6th step in that is you have to take action. And not just any old action, but on a daily basis. What are your daily disciplines? I got another formula, D8 formula. It stands for doing daily disciplines daily develops dominance and determines destiny. What do you want to dominate at? What daily disciplines you're willing to commit to? Because you have to bring the currency called time to the table.
The currency called time.
That's right.
That'll preach
It's a
right
currency.
there, my brother.
It's a currency, the most valuable currency this side of the universe. I haven't been on the other side, but on this side, it really is the time. And the reason why is because time is finite. It's not infinite. It's finite. So that means we have a limited time of it. Matter of fact, if you were in my office right now, you'll see I got one of my upright arcade games from old school with Pac-Man and stuff like that. And the interesting thing is you get a bunch of lives on there. So people get careless with their life and they'll just die and regenerate. And so, but in real life, that's not the case.
That's not the case.
You get one.
You get one.
So that time becomes very, very valuable for us. So what is it you want to commit your time to? That little 18-year-old, stay open to the whatever and be willing to pivot to what comes next.
So not only that 18-year-old, that 52-year-old,
Yes.
that 62-year-old that may be watching this video.
Yes.
Can you believe we are already at 8 minutes and 33 seconds?
Oh.
I want to put this on Instagram. They only give us a finite amount
10
of time.
minutes, yes.
So you know what we're going to have to do, Mr. Crawford? We're going to have to get back together again.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
And then we'll get together, we'll do a podcast. Because we're all about content to add value to people's lives.
Yes.
So, brother, thank you so much for the time. Thank you for being a profile in excellence.
Thank you.
Not only to me, but for many others. So I'm going to be putting his contact information at the bottom of the video.
Yeah.
Go get my brother's books.
Just go to
do what we do.
makeitgreatnow.com.
Makeitgreatnow.com.
You get the book.
We run out of time. You're going to see him again. I promise. Bye for now.
Lay down.
No, we got to get to it.